Being a is occupation. Like, I wouldn't show up to the B.E.T Awards dressed like a doctor. But I'm not a doctor.
How about this, Craig? If they dress like that, do you think that ain't in the game?
It's all the way in the game.
Fine. You are not a, but you are wearing a uniform. I'll tell you that.
If you are out there, basically, and some of these women, oh my God, it was so sad. Did you see the picture of that one lady, Little Mo?
No.
Wait, Little Mo, the rapper Little Mo?
Oh my God.
She's back out? Oh my God.
Hey man, can we get this picture up, man? It is so sad. When I saw this picture, I was like, oh my God, do you see that? Do you see that?
But,
well, now the old and young dress like this. I just can't believe that the women are out here trying to demand respect.
That's wild.
In this cold-blooded city life.
Yeah.
And they are out here dressed like they want to be snatched up. You can't act accordingly. There was a time where strippers were easily distinguished from the rest of the women.
Right.
Now, dressing like a whore is what you do.
If you think that that's freedom, the idea that you have to wear less, and the idea that you have to get naked to be heard, you really think that's a form of freedom? Because that's not. That's slavery. That's bondage.
My thoughts on women wearing revealing clothing. This is coming from a professional point of view, image consultant here. So don't come at me. Dress the way you want to be treated. I know that a lot of us want to break the social construct. Women should be allowed to wear whatever they want. Yes. Women shouldn't be looked at and objectified. Yes. I agree on all of those things. But the thing is, we don't live in that world.
To a question, why don't the women who are at the BET Awards realize they low-hanging fruit? Like, why not? Because you can tell they don't even know.
Yeah.
Toni Braxton had on a dress that showed flat out everything but the
I didn't see that. See that I didn't see.
Now I gotta look at it.
But I saw a lot of the other performances. I was
I saw Toni Braxton in a dress. I was just like, I don't know if this is the BET Awards, but I'm like, this is basically saying I'm nothing. What's up?
Ain't she
I saw
like 60?
Yeah, I saw the other young lady, Remy Ma. She's married, right?
Yeah.
If you saw what she had on, there's no way you would ever believe that she was married. She put everything out there to be looked at.
To Papoose?
Yeah.
Sounded like a chandelier because you had to sew your dress on with fishing line to ensure that it don't pop. Sheesh. This thing here, shout out to Kiki, Big Bronx from Kiki Boutique. She's in my dress. But girl, I literally had to sew on with fishing line just to make sure everything stayed where it needed to stay. Shout out to my girl Connie Diamond. She, you know what I mean, graced the stage with big Bronx.
Libby and Spice arrived at the 2024 BET Awards looking beautiful. These bedazzled beauties were adorned with jewelry.
Come on now, dawg. Come on, man.
Greetings, you polite savages.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Ladies and gentlemen of polite savages, we are now on a mission to explore the culture as it's evolved as we know it. Now, the pills that we may give you may be bitter to swallow, but the only thing I can say is sometimes you have to shut up and take your medicine. The only thing we can offer is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, as we see it. So hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Let's go. Brother Corey Holcomb on the 5150 show had expressed some things that I was thinking when viewing some of the outfits the ladies were wearing from the community. These ladies who are well up in age, 44, 50, 60 years old, presenting themselves as, well, ladies of the night almost. I mean, let's keep it a buck. We're not the only community that does this, but I will say that we have to understand that we are judged on a different level. And it seems like we've gotten away from understanding. The understanding that a lot of us grew up with, at least from my generation, that you had to be twice as good, twice as articulate, twice as educated just to make it in this world. Seems like a lot of us are falling behind those examples. And I mean, with the huge landmarks of hip-hop turning 50 years old, of the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, where culture actually won out. Historic things have been going on. However, we must step our game up. Our public image, as always, is being judged. You know, I have a lot of folks coming to our comments saying they don't care about the public image, but I'm going to tell you this. We have to be serious. We don't have enough power and enough hiring power in this country not to be concerned with our image. People are coming from out of the country judging us. You go and look at your hiring managers. They could be from India. They could be from Asia. They could be from all over the world. And the only impression that they can have of you is what they see on television, that your women are walking around with half of their butt showing, that the only thing we're good for is twerking, that even the best of the best of the best of us really can't get it done. It is time for us to take back our image, and it starts with us.
We need more balanced programming from BET. I agree with that. Lavelle said, what's wrong with the NAACP Image Awards? Nothing is wrong with it. That's my thing. The NAACP Awards still has standards. The Grammys still have standards. You will not catch some of these artists who we see going to BET Awards doing some of the things that they do if they go to the Grammys, doing some of the things that they would do at the NAACP Awards, because we have lost.
It was so sad. Did you see the picture of that one lady, Little Mo?
No.
Wait, Little Mo, the rapper Little Mo?
Oh my God.
She's back out? Oh my God.
Hey man, can we get this picture up, man? It is so sad. When I saw this picture, I was like, oh my God, do you see that?
Y'all, me and my drink is back again talking about these 2024 BET Awards. Now, Lil Mo, what do you got on?
Yeah, I promise I just have a few questions. I just have a few questions about this award show. Now, there was moments that I felt was great. This one for sure was way better than the last award show. Okay? It was way better, way entertaining. The performances was a lot better. They was on it this year. But we're going to have to talk about red carpet or blue carpet etiquette and what is okay and not okay to wear. Because what the is...
You see, the biggest trick that the devil played on the world was convincing them that he did not exist. And I remember back in the day, man, the BET Awards was something special. I'm talking about 2001, 2002, 2003. All the stars came out. Historic events. Michael Jackson and James Brown on the stage together. This was the cultural hub. It was our alternative to MTV, our alternative to the Grammys. But now it's degraded. Now we have got away from the cultural aspects because BET itself is owned by Viacom, and we all know that Viacom is just there to make a quick buck off our backs, going out the same way that Fox and the WB did. And what are we doing? We're here all for it, all in, saddle up, giddy up, let's go. But when will we put our foot down and stop patronizing these failing institutions that don't want to see nothing for us good? No advancement. Pushing garbage over and over and over again. When's the last show you seen on BET besides Miss Pat, which is still on their paywall, that was actually good? Now, trust me, I'm not saying that everything about the platform is bad. BET has been a way for a lot of people to come up and get their first job in the industry. But what I am saying is that we have to look at this on the equal scales of what's going on and say that now this entity has become a lot worse than good. And we got to do something about it by removing ourselves from it, not patronizing this evil place anymore, and putting our dollars and our attention in places and spaces that actually do us some good. And the ladies coming out there, it's kind of like a thought-a-thon now. That's right, thought-a-thon. You heard it here first. Ladies coming out here wearing barely nothing, making fools of themselves. Remy Ma, married woman, then cheated on her man, publicly humiliated him, and you gonna come out here with half your ass out just to make sure that you rub it in his face just a little. Brother Pap, why are you still there? Well, I guess you got to do the WAP for the queen and the bid for the queen, so you got to do what you got to do, bro. Man, nothing wrong, dude trying to keep his family together, but at one point, enough is enough. You out here starting to look like Will Smith, my brother. And the other ladies coming out here showing all your goodies. Hey, it's all good when you're young to dress risque, and I guess you're doing it for business, but I just want you to understand, what kind of business are you actually in where you got to dress like a regular old bust-down prostitute to get anywhere? It's all by design. And I know you don't believe me. I know you think that I'm just a guy on the internet talking, running his mouth that has no idea what's going on. But Vince Staples said the exact same thing. All the folks who used to be in charge to make sure that we're balanced, that came from the culture, they are all gone. And we are left with thottery, sexy red, folks who have no idea how to push a positive message. And that's okay. But if there's no balance in the scales, then it's all bad.
So I done been on the same record label for 13 years, so to say. That record label just folded all of its independent labels and subsidiaries into each other, which means how we was kids, you got Rockefeller, you got Def Jam, you got all these things, none of them exist no more. They fired all the heads of the labels, and if they didn't, they turned them into glorified A&Rs. They cut off 50% of the people who work in all these departments. Most of those people is us, people of color that come from hip-hop and R&B and these other things, right? Then you got record labels opening up IPOs. You got record labels destroying their relationships with TikTok, Spotify, things that pay out artists because they want to start their own. So then we getting priced out of our contracts. We getting priced out of our imprints. There are no labels basically that are incentivized to sign black music, and it's happening in front of our eyes. And while Taylor Swift is fighting for people to be able to have streaming money, internet arguing with each other about some rap.
Thank you for watching the TIP Network. Follow us on all social media outlets and ask yourself one burning question. Can you handle the tip? Boom, we're out.
We found true happiness